Oh, shit. God, I'm just all over the place.
Just slap it around.
What is going on, humans? Today on the Windy City Joe's podcast, we had probably our best friend. I think he's our best friend.
He's definitely our best. I would consider him like of all the people we've talked to.
I think he would take 25 bullets for us.
I don't know about that.
His name is Josh Kiser.
I think he would come on the podcast again if we asked him to. I don't know about the bullets. But...
He hates Dr. Pepper, and that's why we love him.
Yeah.
But I like it.
I think, we were talking about it, and honestly, it's like a full circle. Like, it gets old about halfway through the can.
Well, you also just like to kiss the ass of the person we're talking to.
That's not true. That is not true at all. I disagree with people all the time.
People can decide.
Okay, people can decide. Do I just kiss their ass or does...
Well, no, they can literally decide whether or not, because you're saying you like it now, but what you said in the episode.
No, I'm saying like by the time you get back down to the bottom of it, because I've drank it the entire episode.
Right.
It's it gets a little like you're like, all right, whatever. Like your taste buds.
It's room temperature now. It's great.
Yeah, well, your taste buds, I feel like, kind of get back to normal. Like you're like, oh, okay, I like it's like for the palate of this now. Okay, well, we're really getting off topic. We had Josh Kiser on today. It was a really good episode.
It was April 8th. He's coming out with an EP.
And
When Country Was, I think is what it was called. We're good people.
Dude, he literally just told us.
Hope you enjoy the episode.
Yeah, enjoy the episode. Just watch it for yourselves.
I'm never drinking again. Put a hurting on my credit card. I must have bought tequila shots for everybody at the bar. Well, I finally learned my lesson. Seen the neon light on Sunday morning. Save no more Saturday nights. I mean it this time, at least until next weekend. I swear I'm never drinking again.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Windy City Joe's. Today's guest is an incredible human. He despises Dr. Pepper. He's the king of Bush Apple. And ladies and gentlemen, especially those in this room, he is officially our first recurring guest. So, Mr. Josh Kiser, thanks to you, I think we are officially a podcast today.
Yeah. We've hit our recurring guest quota with you.
Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
It is so good to talk to you again. How is life? Whiskey Wins is amazing. We need more things. We need more music. Already. We need it.
Hey, it's coming out April 8th. So we got two more coming. And I'm actually gonna be getting in the studio at the end of this month. So summer jams, they're coming.
That's awesome. When are you gonna hit the road next? I know you've been performing at like bars in Nashville so much recently, and I know you're going tonight too.
Right. Yeah. So I got some tonight, and then tomorrow and the next day in Nashville. And it's looking like we're getting some days coming up in end of April, a little bit in May, and then probably looking more towards like July as like a full tour. So we're working on some stuff right now, and the team's trying to do their best about kind of getting in there. And we're in a saturated market right now, and I think it's going to kind of run down to traction on these songs that are coming out on who gets what spot. So pretty excited about it. And if not, I might say fuck it and just, frick it. And let's just.
You can say.
Yeah, you can say whatever the fuck you want.
Well, okay. In that case, yeah, we're just going to do, I think we're going to do whatever we want at that point and just start playing random shows, all throughout the country. I'm thinking about loading up the truck. I just put a camper top on my Tacoma. So a blow-up mattress and a sleeping bag sound pretty good to me.
Dude, that's awesome. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. You got to come through the city, and we will put something together for sure.
Oh, dude, yeah, I'm not. Now that I think about it, I think I saw a date to play at Joe's again. So
Yeah?
if I'm not mistaken, yeah, you'll have to ask about it, but I'll be sure to reach out to my guys and see if that's the case. But I'm like 98% sure I saw that come across my email chain. So I'm looking forward to that for sure.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, that would be perfect because it's like where we see the most.
Yeah,
shows.
that's what we see our show. Yeah, exactly.
So it would work out perfectly. We'd already be there.
I think my understanding, it's the only country bar in Chicago. Is that right?
Yeah, a lot of people in Chicago really don't. I mean, like, it's not a huge country city. You have Nashville as a big
Well, I
scene.
mean, you would think that, but then, like, Joe's just brings in these masses of people.
Oh, yeah. And you're like, oh, my God, I can't believe it. Because, like, everywhere you go, it doesn't really radiate, like, that feel of, like, oh, I'm going to go see a country show tonight,
Well, when people think of Chicago, they definitely don't think of country music, I think is what you're trying to say.
Right. So it's like but then you walk into Joe's and you see a packed room.
Yeah.
And you're like, these people have come from, like, they've crawled out from under rocks that you, like.
You see Josh fucking Kiser up there on stage strumming his guitar, singing. You're like, I'm home.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So we're talking today about a couple of things that we hit on the last episode that, like, we need updates on. Do you want, let's see, I'm trying to think, should we do the one we have physical or, like, the big question first?
Let's do the physical one and then we'll build up.
Okay. So if there's any tension or anything that you need to release that, maybe things haven't gone well or whatever, you're in a little rut and you just need to vent, we got something for you that, like, you can yell at if you would like. Go to the single camera.
My God. Throw that away. Throw that trash in the garbage.
I picked these up actually on my way over to the studio.
Do you
just
like
for you?
Choked? Is that it? That's it.
I'm gonna actually drink it on the episode just for you.
In celebration of you, we're gonna drink.
Oh no!
We're gonna drink the 23 flavors of molten lava.
Of molten lava and battery acid. Just tell me that hurts your esophagus just then, didn't it?
I do get notes of battery acid in there, when I taste it.
Oh, dude, that reminds me. I'm gonna rant about that for a second. So there's a guy on TikTok. He's like, he does this water thing, right? And I'm a big water guy. I got my little limoncello LaCroix. Which is, by the way, is fire when you mix it with vodka. But I'm gonna tell you something right now. The water game, it caught me off guard, just like the 23 flavors of I'm gonna choke you in the throat kind of thing. I mean, like, good grief! I didn't realize that they put stuff in water that we use to, like, kill people. I want to say it was. I want to say, and what's bad is it's like a Coke product too, but it's Dasani. Dasani's got this stuff in it, and I think that a couple other ones do too, that we actually use as an injection form of the death row guys. Had no idea about that.
You know what? I would bet that the other one is Deja Blue. That one, every time they used to sell it at the high school I went to, so that was what came out of the vending machine was Deja Blue or Dasani.
Yeah,
and they both had a weird aftertaste.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you.
Well, that explains it.
What the hell is going on?
But enjoy your 23 flavors of literal choke your throat.
Well, to be honest, I wanted to get bush apples because we still. I'll be honest, I still have not had one.
I've had
and of course you have. I haven't had one. I want to get them, but they're nowhere near to be found here. So I think your buddy at the bar that you mentioned last time, I think he took all of them in the U.S.
I mean, the what I heard is that they're going to roll around in the fall again, but we'll see what happens. I actually stopped drinking. I don't drink anymore. So
What?
Yeah,
there's
good for
that.
you.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Don't be mad at him.
I'm not mad at him. I'm just more like shocked, and I feel alone. You know.
Like,
no,
you
dude,
didn't tell us?
don't. No, I didn't. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't really. It's nothing. I don't have. It's one of those things where I just. I thought, like, I want to really focus on myself this year and get healthy and all that kind of good stuff, and just really focus on what I put into my body and stuff like that. So, which I say that, and I'm dipping a can of Copenhagen wintergreen right now, but everybody's got their vice, I guess. So for me, it was like, cut out all the other crap and stuff like that. So that's what I did. And man, I feel good. I wake up in the morning ready to attack the day, and that's just how it rolls.
Well, you look good. You look buff. You look like you could beat both of our asses. But I like when we were talking to Tenpenny, and he was like, I think it was around December, and he's like, January, he's like, I'm going sober for a month. Like, it's just been so much consumption of just booze, especially on the road. And it's like, it's hard when your fans are like, let me buy you a shot. Like, let's do a shot. And you have that moment together. But I can also understand how it can just be so much and just like continuously too, where you're like, all right, like I'm good. I'm good right now.
Yeah.
Well, and the funny thing about that was right after he had said that was we were like, can we get a picture with you? And he and he's like, get on, come on the bus. We got a picture. And then he's like, you guys want a shot while you're here?
Right.
And we're like, sure,
That starts next month.
Yeah.
And I know. But then he fills all the shot glasses like halfway, except for the last one, and he gives me the full one. And I was like, I don't know if he could just tell that like it was that kind of day for me or what. But yeah, that was literally like he was like, you need this.
Oh my God. I love that for you. That's awesome. I like that hat you got.
Well, good for you. So you're now just like a carbonated water specialist, would you say?
Dude, I mean, I've become the water connoisseur. I'll tell you that. I think there is superior water. That's for sure.
What is your favorite water?
All right, we're gonna rate the water.
Let's go.
Anything spring fed is typically pretty good. I want to say that my favorite, and it's probably a little bougie, I guess, but I'm a Fiji person. It just got a good flavor, and it has no additives, and it's not like highly processed tap water, So I would say that's probably number one. And the trashiest one for me, I don't know if I guess we could say brand names. Hell, I think I butchered Dr. Pepper enough on the last time, but it's hard to say because you grow up drinking hose water and stuff like that. You don't really think about water and stuff until you get older.
That shit tasted great.
Oh, dude, yeah. There's nothing better than like getting out in the hot sun, rolling around, throwing football with your buddies, and then going and drinking out of the hose water. But if I have to knock on one, it's smart water. Smart water. They just don't got it for me. They just don't got it. They highly disappointed me. I thought that I was making a right choice by getting the smart water, but I was totally wrong.
Well, and it's a smart decision to not get smart water.
Right.
That's how you remember that.
I have heard so many people, kind of go, oh, what's the big deal with Fiji? What's the big deal with, getting Fiji? But it does taste just like almost like nothing, but refreshing.
Yeah.
I
also think it's a cool, like it looks really cool.
Oh yeah.
I love the box.
Oh
the
yeah.
box
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, and if you notice this, next time you drink it, like go to the store, get a bottle of Fiji and a bottle of Dasani, or a bottle of Fiji and a bottle of smart water. And I promise you'll still be thirsty after drinking the other and not Fiji. You won't be thirsty after drinking Fiji. It's because it doesn't have any of the additives in it and stuff like that.
Have you had Liquid Death yet?
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
Yes. That's number one on my carbonated list.
Yes, easily.
Okay.
It's easily the best carbonated water I have had, and it's not even close.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Not even
I know.
close.
I know this doesn't really help you, but I use it when I mix it with vodka.
Have you guys tried my Mio energy thing that I told you guys to try?
Oh, that's
Oh.
right. No,
No,
I haven't.
No, I haven't tried it.
We're
but
terrible. We tried the Miller Lite and limes.
Yeah,
we did do
I've
that.
literally put on 5 pounds since the last time I've seen you because I've drank so many Miller Lite and limes.
I'm telling you, they need to come out with I swear, Miller Lite, if you're listening, you need to come out with some lime beer, and I promise you, I will enjoy one when you do make it. That's for sure.
All right, but hold
The
on.
Mio, we need to know.
But I would say it's almost better to like have it like with like how you do a Corona with
like a fresh lime,
with
you
a fresh lime, because
Yeah.
like Bud Light lime is good, but it's not like it doesn't hit the same way that Miller Lite lime does.
Yeah. You are right. I think what they would have to do is give it a hint of lime. If they could just make Miller Lite with a hint of lime, I don't know, just something different.
Yeah.
I
Other
do
than
feel
that,
like
keep
I'm
up
on an
the good
island
work,
though. Yeah. Keep up the good work. I miss you, but it's okay.
All right, I need to know the Mio thing. What was that again?
Oh, dude. So black cherry Mio and liquid death, and if you're drinking, mix it with a little vodka, or if you're not, if you want to do it a little different, and you remember those little snow cones growing up that you used to get? Did y'all have snow cones?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
At the ballpark.
Black cherry Mio, a 0 blue glacier ice Gatorade. Put it with the Alpine liquid death sparkling water and a little shot of vodka, and you're good to go.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Can I give you an idea that just popped into my brain that I think you should do? Is you should do like an Instagram live, Josh Kiser bartender, and it's like but you don't do alcoholic drinks. You do like carbonated drinks, and you're just like, get this shit, do that shit, and drink that shit.
You call it Kaiser's concoctions.
Boom. Okay.
Trademark it yes. I love that.
Look at that.
I love that.
Perfect.
It's coming to a town near you. I'm going to start doing that.
Okay,
on
we'll get
stage,
to the second question.
Yeah.
Okay. We really need to know. Have you seen that person that has the tattoo?
I haven't. I haven't. Thank God. I think that, I think I prayed about it enough to think that maybe that person's not alive anymore or just gone away somewhere in a different dimension. I don't know. That was the weirdest thing ever. And it could have been one of those things where you just like, I don't know. It could have been an angel in disguise. I don't know. Something weird, but it was definitely freaky for me. And I haven't seen that person. I don't even think that, social media has seen the person. It was the weirdest thing ever. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I have nightmares about. It was a nightmare episode thing for me for a while, for sure.
Maybe he heard the episode and he's like, he's on to me.
He's like, all right, I'll get them removed.
Yeah. Let me go laser these off real quick. Every single one of them. Like, do people not realize that? Like when you put a portrait of somebody on your body, it's either a loved one or somebody you look up to. And I get that my grandpa looks a little bit like Dale Earnhardt, but I mean, come on now, guy. Like, give me a break. Why are you tattooing the same tattoo in the same place, bro? What's going on? kind of weird, man. It's like that guy on Joe
that is
Dirt,
definitely weird.
It's like the Joe Dirt. Puts the lotion on the skin. It's rubbing it in. Just wild, dude.
I mean, that's still probably like the most fascinating thing that anybody that we've talked to now, like that's still probably one of the strangest things I've heard from like just a story in their career that has happened.
Yeah, man. I can't even I can't explain it other than it happened. And I thank God that I, am in generally safe area, and it's like one of those things where you just don't like. You don't know if it's flattering or or if it's like kind of weird. You know?
Right, yeah. It's hard to balance.
I lean more toward, I mean, I lean towards the weird part. I want to say it was flattering, but not for me, Hoss. Not for me.
Another thing we discussed last time was you said you were, a pretty. I think you said you want to be. I mean, I still think you are deep down, but you said you're a pretty serious prepper with World War III, like knocking on the door.
At
How
our
many
heels.
cans of soup have you stocked? Like, yeah, what's going on?
Dude, I'm going to be honest with you, probably not a lot because I'm not really worried about it. I think little Vlad ain't going to do anything, especially if we get a little change coming in 2 years. We'll see what happens for sure. But I'm kind of holding on. I'm holding on to hope that he doesn't do anything too stupid. But I will say, and I'll get on my Kiser soapbox here, I will say that I'm very disappointed that happened. And that he decided that he wanted to go march and take some territory and stuff like that. And it's just unfortunate that, I was watching a video a couple days ago, and you see how real it is when kids start getting involved and stuff like that. And I think it was a video of one of the Russian aircrafts like blowing up a building, and there was a family inside of it in the next building, and the family that was recording it, you just hear the horror, the horror and the terror that's happening over there. And a lot of people are complaining about gas prices, but I'm more or less on the line of somebody's got to step up and stop this idiot. And I think if we rallied enough enough of the troops that it would be it's an interesting thing. I don't know if it's really our place to jump in, but somebody needs to do something, because it's just a sad thing, and I miss gas prices being $1.47? Absolutely. But that's the least of my worries. I think the main thing that I worry about is just the idiocy behind, going and taking something, like trying to take something that he thinks is his. It's I don't know. It's like a big kid with a magnifying glass shining in the sun trying to kill ants and stuff like that. He's just, I don't know. It's one of those things.
And you would think at like this point in time, like just use your words, like
yeah,
just
dude,
talk it out.
Yeah, and I get that there are things that, there's a lot of evil in this world, but there's a hell of a lot of good people in this world too. And I think that if we just have enough of us stand up, we can end a tyrant, and I just think that it's a shame that it happened, and I don't think that it would have happened if we had the right leadership, for sure.
Right. Well, and like speaking of like the people coming together, I mean, obviously it's not a good thing what's going on over there. Other than Russia seems to be getting their ass kicked, which good. But like the world coming together and supporting Ukraine, and like all these, even the Russian people protesting, like that's
I mean they don't the people don't want that. I know I saw what you're talking about, and I know that people don't want that kind of stuff. I know that they don't want that. I know they don't want to be involved in it. But that just, you can only follow leadership for so long, and they made a choice by, letting him. That's the problem with communism. So, they never get out of office, and they run countries into the ground. And I think that people are starting to see that. So that's a good thing, that they see that it's running into the ground and stuff like that. But it's crazy that history repeats itself, and it's a scary time we live in. But I'm going to cling to my freedom and the God I serve and the guns I've got. So it's just how it is.
Right. It definitely just makes you appreciate, especially where we are. Like it's You see shit
Yeah.
going on like that, as serious as it is, and you're just like, why? Like, I was complaining about the weather today. Like, it's just like, why am I?
Yeah.
I'm complaining about the little things instead of enjoying the little things.
That's it right there.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
and I think like to
go
your
ahead.
point that it is yeah, I don't know either if it's our place to even get involved
Yeah,
to whatever
probably not.
extent, because it's so hard, because I saw I was like scrolling through tweets, and all the replies on all of like the news outlet tweets were all like, when's the US gonna step in? And like then there were people that are like, no, keep the US out of it. And it's like it seemed pretty
Yeah.
split, and it's like, well, people want us to step in now, but as soon as we get involved, people are gonna lose their shit and be like, why the fuck did they step in? And it's just like this constant, like, like you're either the good guy or the bad guy.
Yeah, what we had, I don't know, like, I don't really talk about this stuff much, but for me, and I did a lot of studying behind it, and for let's say, I think it was 6 years ago, 5 years ago, maybe, we had a lot of, I guess, restraints on Russia and stuff like that, to where we kind of gridlocked Putin. And, once that stuff, went away, it kind of gave him free reign to do whatever he wants to do, and our hands are tied, because if we get involved in it, then that World War III issue is definitely there. But our hand, we tied our hands behind our back, as I say, leadership tied our hands behind our back, and it is what it is. It's one of those things that we have to pick the lesser of two evils, and I would say stay out of it. But again, my I guess the inside of me, my gut, just really hurts for the people of Ukraine, and it hurts for their country, and it's really sad. And what's even scarier is that it could happen over here. Somebody could do something. I mean, we're closer to Russia than people think. You can go to Alaska and look at Russia. So, it's just a scary time that we're in, and it's sad, and I wish we could do more to help. And I just don't know how involved we can get without making it worse than it already is.
Yeah.
True. It is a weird time to be alive, without a doubt. Yeah, without a doubt.
One thing I would say is I did see that they were handing out like 18,000 like assault rifles to citizens that were willing to help in the Ukraine, and we were texting about it, and I was like, in America, you'd have like at least 50% of the country that goes, don't worry, I brought my own. I got it covered, sit down.
I got you, my guy. We're good. Yeah. And that's another kind of a scary thing to think of is, if there was a lot of gun control in America, that's one of the issues that we would face if we ever were put in that situation. And a lot of people don't even know how to operate a handgun, let alone, I don't even know if people know how to operate a toaster or a microwave,
Hey, they're getting confusing these days.
Yeah. I mean, no, seriously. I mean, I know people who, friends of mine even, who have put like aluminum foil in the microwave thinking that they could warm it up. Like, what are you doing, dude? You don't know how to do that? Like, don't put aluminum foil in the microwave. What's wrong with you? It's just one of those crazy things, man. It's a scary. That's even scarier. I couldn't imagine having to learn how to shoot a gun at the age of 10 or 11. I think I learned how to shoot a gun at like 6 or 7. So, and we were talking, gun safety. It's all about gun safety. And I saw those pictures too. So it's, that was one of those things I was like, oh man, like, thank God we live in a free country.
Yeah.
USA, USA.
Yeah, I'm like
Yeah,
waiting for the chants.
You have the slow chant build gradually in the background.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, shoot, I don't know much. Here's the thing about it. Here's kind of where I'm at with it. It's one of those things that we have to rely on our faith and stuff like that when it comes to this kind of stuff. And, I don't do much talking about what my beliefs and stuff like that. But, I think for me, it's one of those things where I just need to learn how to not be quiet about what I believe in. So I'll probably get in trouble for what I just said, just so you know. But so everybody in the world can hear me say, I believe in God, and I believe in guns, and I believe in freedom, and I don't believe in people trying to terrorize other countries for no reason whatsoever, other than he just wants land back and other things. So, I think I'm going to stick to that.
Yeah.
Well, what's crazy is, oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I'm a country music singer. I'm not a politician. But, I think the people of country music would agree that it's just one of those things. It's an unsaid thing that we the people, just are a one united front, and we have to stand together when it comes to stuff like this.
Well, and that's very well said. And it's also crazy is like you're saying you're gonna get in trouble for what you say. Buddy, you can say whatever the hell you want. And I don't have to agree with it. And I can agree with it. And and I can either respond or I can just keep like my own thoughts to myself,
Yeah.
And I think some people like forget or get too caught up in, oh, if it's not how I view things, then go fuck yourself.
Like,
you know what I mean?
I don't think that way. Like, how could you possibly? And it's like, well, that's just because that's how I think. I don't think it's that crazy of a fucking thing.
Right. It's just I don't know. I believe in our country, and everything is going to work out. Everything is going to work out.
That's it.
Yeah. So all right. So what else is going on? Let's talk about some tunes. Hey, did you have Whiskey Wins in your back pocket when we talked to you last, and you just kept that secret in? You son of a bitch.
I did. I'm glad you like that. That sure does mean a lot. That song, that song is the first time I ever got to get vulnerable and really kind of dig, really, really deep in a dark part of, my life and the writers that, helped write that song. And we kind of dug into their shit too, and it was like, it's one of those things that song, when I thought I want to release this, my number one thing was I just wanted to reach people in a positive way. And it'd be more about like forgiveness and things like that. Other than anything else, you can't live your life, on your past. You got to keep moving forward and keep trucking along. And that's kind of where I was at with that one. And I was really quiet about it because I was really nervous about putting it out, to be honest with you. But when it got put out, and I get a lot of messages and stuff like that on social media and stuff, or I'll be playing a show and, somebody will walk up to me and say, thank you so much for that song. I'm going through this, or, my family went through this, and it just helped heal. And, as a musician and as an artist, that's the number one thing that you want to hear out of people that are fans of yours or who become fans of yours because of a song. And I've been really blessed and really lucky for that song to kind of propel me into a scenario where, I can choose to be real, or I can, say, I'm not going to write any more songs like that. And since we put it out, I promise you, I've written a lot more that are a lot deeper, and that are coming out really soon. And matter of fact, I think last time I was on here, we talked about Better Place to Fish, and we're going to go into the studio and cut that one. That one's like a guaranteed cut that I'm going to be putting out, and I'm pretty excited about it.
Hell yeah.
For those who haven't heard it, and for those who have, like you guys, I think it's going to be a really, really big song for people who just miss their loved ones and stuff like that, and want to, and believe that, they're up there having a good time, but they're waiting on us to get there.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Like, I was like, I feel like, Whiskey Wins came out, and I was like, I feel like he mentioned, Better Place to Fish was coming, and I was like waiting on it, and then Whiskey Wins came out, and I was like, all right, like not what I was expecting, but it's still great.
Yeah, that one, I wanted to take my time on getting that one cut, and I want to do it the right way. So we just decided to hold off on and wait until a little bit longer to put that one out. I wanted to put Whiskey Wins out just to see how I felt about it personally. And I'm thankful that I just chose to pull the trigger on that one. And I think, Better Place to Fish coming out, and there's a couple more that I've written here recently that's along the same lines as Whiskey Wins and stuff like that I'm pretty excited about getting out.
Is it easier to write, and I'm going to say a sad song, but I guess just like a deeper meaning song than like a happy and uplifting song, because it's so easy to connect those emotions, or is it just 50-50?
Yeah, I think for me, I think it depends on how you're wired. And it honestly kind of depends on the day. For me, it's always been easier just to tap into realism and experience and stuff like that. But happy songs, they come and they go. It's one of those things. It's kind of like, for me at least, it's like, let's say 2 out of 10 songs are going to be like uplifting and jam and stuff like that. I just really enjoy, that mellow listen of like, let's say I'm out on the lake. Let's just use fishing, for example. I'm out on the lake fishing, and I don't want to hear like super rowdy songs. I want to listen to songs that are just kind of like, okay, like this is easy going kind of thing.
They're hitting the vibe.
Yeah. For me, that's how it is for me. And there are times where, I go in the gym or something like that, and I'm listening to like 70s and 80s rock and, Van Halen and all that kind of stuff. And, that's what I want. So sometimes, I'll go in the room after a workout and going into a write, and I'll be like, hey, let's do this thing. Let's freaking kick it up a notch and hit those rock and roll chords and stuff like that. And then there are times where, I'll think of something really quirky, and I'll get in the room with my buddy Phil Barton, and we'll just hammer on one of those. And it's one of those like kind of mid-tempo, feel good, groovy songs and stuff like that, with a quirk to it. But yeah, I would say for me, it's a natural thing just to write real songs about real life experiences.
I feel like that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's also because we talked about this a little bit last time, but you're just so honest and truthful in your music, and I think your audience knows that, because I feel like it would be easy to feel the bullshit, like that wasn't truly meant.
Yeah. And thank you for saying that. I strive to do that. I just want to connect the lyric and the melody to memories and the timelessness. There's just something about being timeless that I feel like is a lost art sometimes. And I've really tried to tap into that and be that artist that's like, an open book and that's real, and that, I'm not afraid to talk about some shit, like the shit, and I'm not afraid to say how I feel. And I'm not one to back down. I think I would consider what I do a little left of center, if you will, a little more outlaw than what people are used to. It's like the new version of being outlaw, it's just to be real and to be honest and let people in on seeing that I'm just a guy, you know. And here recently, I don't know if you guys follow. I think you guys follow me on TikTok. You know, I put out this. I was just in my head a lot, and I was getting a lot of these, you know, comparisons and stuff like that. And as an artist, especially a new artist, you're trying to make a name for yourself, and you know, it's really humbling, and it means a lot when people, you know, say, "Hey, you sound like so and so," or you know, there's this, there's that, and then there's those people who just want to get on there and troll you and stuff, and tell you that you're never going to make it and all that kind of stuff. And you know, it just fueled my fire to be even more of who I am, you know, and to give no excuses and no apologies, and just go for what I want to go for, and that's true, pure country music.
Good for you, because a lot of people, I mean, I'm not gonna say a lot of people, but some people may like hear that criticism and like bow down and like let it win and just like, you know what, they're right or whatever. And it's clear that you've like, I don't want to say have made a drastic change in your life, but you've hit the switch of like, I don't know, you know, you're getting healthy, you're spitting out music. Like, I just feel like the gas pedal is on the floor of the vehicle that Josh Kiser is driving right now. And that's super awesome to hear as a fan.
No, thank you. Yeah. Like I said, and yeah, I mean, I've made a lot of changes in my life, and I'm a lot more focused than I was the first time we met. You know, I was on it, but you know, it took a little bit of, it takes a little bit of getting knocked down to get back up and say, you know what, I'm just going to do what I'm going to do, and people are going to either love me or they're not. And if they don't, you know, thank you for listening. Thank you for giving me a chance. And if you do, come on for the ride, because I'm going to be that torchbearer. You know, I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to be that rock. And I'm kind of tired of being afraid to be who I am and stuff like that. It's one of those things where at some point, I think in everybody's life, you get in that rut of being afraid of who your true person is and stuff. And I'm just not going to be like that anymore. It's just, for me, it's not going to happen. There's no excuses, you know?
Well, and it's a little, honestly, just exhausting to not authentically be yourself, because you're just putting on this front. So good for you. Cheers to you. We are very much still looking forward to the road that you are on. What are you listening to right now? Like, what are some jams that you're listening to? Like, what do you listen to when you're working now? Like, I want to know these songs. And what do you listen to exactly?
I'm a big Morgan Wade fan. She's just a killer. So I've been listening to that a lot. And I've kind of been on this like throwback, I guess what like would come on like the Even Stevens era, if you remember that show. Like Green Day and stuff like that. I used to listen to like Stained and stuff like that. I'm in that like either like just kind of mellow mood, or that like I want something to hit me in the face kind of thing. Or that, is it Creed maybe that I was thinking of, and then like Blink 182. All that kind of yeah. Oh, with arms wide open.
Yeah.
See, he sounds way better than when we do it.
Damn, it's like you're a singer or something.
No,
that's your career.
You need to do a cover of that. God damn it!
I saw that on on a movie, and it was like, what did like 2000s rock sound like? And they were like, it's like singing the ABCs, but in a weird like Peter Griffin voice.
Oh yeah, that was on Ted.
That was it. Yeah, it's like, hey, how are you?
Yeah. The Hootie.
Oh yeah. It's just, I mean, I love it. So I've been jamming to that kind of stuff here recently, and that Morgan Wade song that, you know, maybe we should run, and there's another one too that's I forget the name of it, but it's so good. I think I listen to Run by her like at least 5 or 6 times a day.
Do you know her personally?
No, dude. I wish I did. Shout out Morgan Wade. Wish I knew you. Wish we could write together.
I was gonna say, if you guys are friends, can you tell her to, can you give us a good recommendation and get her on? But
Dude, yeah. I wish we were friends. She's a rock star, dude. And she's like all like tatted up and like she's one of those people not afraid to do whatever she wants to do, And I feel like a lot of times people can't see past what's on the outside to see the inside, but she gives the inside, It's kind of like, it's almost like I guess looking. Oh, that's the wrong thing to say. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I don't know. ADHD problems, brothers. ADHD problems.
I hear you. I feel that.
But yeah, she's just a killer. She's just a killer. So I've been listening to her a lot, and that's really it. Other than my normal, I think I got. Let's see. Actually, I have it right here. I'm about to show y'all. I'm at my desk, Mr. Professional over here.
you organized human, you.
Been jamming to this one for a while.
Oh,
read that to us. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard. Oh, the Eagles.
It's the Eagles. Yeah. If you can see that. Yeah. So this one's got Hotel California and probably one of my favorite ones, Wasted Time. And my kid loves All Night Long and Life in the Fast Lane. So these are the jams. Yeah. You want to make you lose your mind.
I do love live recorded music. I mean, obviously live music, there's nothing like it, but live recorded music, like especially on Spotify, like I'm downloading those songs so often, and that just reminds me that you need to get a recorded live song out there for sure.
Oh, dude, I want to so bad. I actually got to go to the Eric Church concert at the Tivoli when he did his live record, and I swear I can hear my voice just but he I'll never forget that concert, and I think I actually have the I think I actually may have that if he has a printable. I can't remember what record I have of his, but I've got one and it's got a live song on it. I want to do a live song so bad, and hopefully that'll come in the near future for sure.
We hope it does come too. Before we let you go, 3 artists.
You make it sound like we kidnapped them.
Before we set you free.
before we loose you.
Who are 3 artists that you would enjoy being a fly on the wall as they write and put together a song?
Ooh, that's hard. That's a hard one. I've always wanted. He's not an artist, but Ashley Gorley. He's one of those guys that you hear stories about him. And I heard this one story that he was writing this song, and then somebody said something in the room, and he started another song. They finished that song. He had a verse and a chorus written for the next one, and the melody all figured out, and then they finished that song. So I think he would be one that I would want to be in the room with, or on the wall, if I could just watch what he does. Another one, and I think that this one may be coming true for me here soon, fingers crossed, but Dean Dillon, and probably, honestly, and it would be super cool to see this, but and maybe they've written songs together, I'm not sure, but I'm a big Vince Gill guy. I just love his voice, and I would wonder what they all 3 of them would write together. And I'm kind of oblivious. I don't know if they've written, and if they have, I'm gonna find the song. But if those 3 guys were in a room, I would just want to hear Vince sing and listen to Dean's melody and listen to the lyric that Ashley Gorley just can regurgitate. He just spits it out. It's just like a lyrical genius. So I think those 3 are kind of on the top of my spectrum. And if I had to choose anybody else, I'm going to add a fourth in there. But Casey Beathard, just 10 out of 10. I want to say, and I think I'm right. I don't know if I'm factually correct, but I want to say he wrote like Leonard Skinner Jones, and like the last verse was actually the first verse. At one point, he wrote the song backwards. I think it's how I heard that story one day. Yeah, he like realized he was walking around and realized that it needed to say something different, so he like basically wrote the song backwards, which is super cool.
I can't even I can barely write a paper.
It blows my mind when I hear things like that.
Yeah, and I'm not 100% sure if that was like the case or what. So don't go quoting me or anything. But
no, I'm quoting you. That's the case. I'm telling everybody.
I'm like 90% sure that that's how that went down. If I'm not mistaken, and I could be confusing that with something else, but 90% sure that he wrote that last verse first and then went back and redid it.
Man.
Yeah, I'm never going to fact check it.
It must be nice to have talent.
I'm going to tell everyone I know what you just said. I guess the truth. Yeah. But it does blow my mind when I hear things like that, because there was and not that genre, but the like Kendrick Lamar when he did one of his albums is when you listen to it forward, it tells one story, but it tells a completely other story when you listen to it backwards. And they released like the deluxe version is literally just reverse order of the album.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's
my mind is melting.
I'll tell you another cool thing too. Speaking of that, Muscadine Bloodline just dropped an album, and I think it's super cool. If you listen to it all the way through, you have to go on to the album and don't click shuffle. Just start with the first song. Every song plays into the next song, which blew my mind. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And we had the turkey convention here, and they were there, and I was talking to Charlie and Gary about it, and I was like, I don't know how y'all did it, but that was genius. I mean, that's super cool. And I don't think that there's been anybody else that has done that to where each song just flows right into the next one. But you have to listen to it, go on Apple, click the first song and then listen to them all the way through. It's the coolest thing I've heard. I mean, they just play into each other.
Which album was that?
It's the new. I think it's Dying for a Living. The recent one that Muscadine Bloodline just dropped. Yeah.
Dude, they Am I thinking of the wrong band? But I can't even think of the song. It's I don't want to hear the goodbyes. Is that them?
I think that sounds like a Pesos in the Rooftop song.
Oh, just kidding. That's Picos in the Rooftop. Just kidding.
Or Picos. Is it Picos? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, I can't. The song is about goodbye. I can't fucking I literally hear it every single day, and I need to find it so I don't sound like an idiot, even though I already do.
If you love me, baby, you have to just leave.
Yes.
Yeah.
They sing. Put Me in My Place. That's who.
That is. Put me on my place. Porch Swing Angel.
This damn song.
This. Oh right. Yeah.
Just ignore everything I just said.
I feel stupid. I used to call him Pesos. Oops.
They were just in Chicago. We were. I don't know where we were, but we were gone. We were gone for I think something, because I really wanted to talk to them, obviously, because they just seem like really cool fucking dudes.
Yeah, y'all need to come make a trek down here and come hang out with me. Bring it on.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. We'll do it for sure. No, we do absolutely actually plan on getting down to Nashville this summer. So yeah, we'll definitely hit you up for sure.
Yeah, dude. I think 8/16. I got a show in Chattanooga. Come on, it's 2 hours away from here. You ride with me.
Okay, deal. Little road trip.
Sounds good.
I'm down.
Road trip,
Okay, tell us again. Give us a preview of what you can say, I guess, of what is coming April 8th.
Yeah, dude, I'll tell you everything. So April 8th, we are combining Whiskey Wins and Big on Little Things into my EP. It's When Country Was, and that's the title track of the EP. It's When Country Was, and then we got a song on there that we're adding in. It's Me on You, and it's just a twist on like being in it, like kind of like dancing around in the neon, but at the end of the night, it's like Me on You kind of thing. So I'm really excited about both of those songs. And then we've got, I believe, 4 more coming out in the summer. So I'm pretty excited about those. And they're all very, you ever heard of Trouble? Travis Tritt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want you to think of that, but just think about what I would do with that. And that's what that is. So those songs are coming. It's going to be fun.
Awesome.
We are more than excited to hear those.
Yes.
And, catch you definitely the next time you're in Chicago.
Absolutely.
And
Mr. Dr. Pepper hater, it's been great.
I know. I've been struggling through this can this entire episode.
I've taken like 3 sips, to be honest.
And these 23 flavors are starting to get to me.
Okay. All right. Be honest with me. All right. Scale of 1 to 10. How bad did it hurt drinking that? Very first sip. How bad did it hurt?
The first sip, I would say I was like, not bad. The third sip, I was like, pretty bad. Yeah. The 5th sip was like, holy fuck, quit drinking it. 7th sip, I was like, why am I still drinking it? 12th sip, I was like, I really just need to finish this. And like that last sip, I was like, I might just pour this out.
1 to batteries, I'm at AAA.
Oh man, I'd be at a freaking 9-volt at that point. Good God.
That's what I was just gonna say. It's kind of like licking a 9-volt.
I mean, I'm telling you, it's close up there. I shoot myself in the foot if Coca-Cola ever wants to sponsor me. I'm gonna be shot down in a barrel. But
hey, us too, so it's okay.
I'll stick to Fiji. It's all right. It is what it is.
Absolutely, and that beautiful Liquid Death.
The beautiful Liquid
Yeah.
Death. You're exactly right. I slept on Liquid Death for a while. I actually I got to meet the owner of that company. He was at the guy who does my tattoos. He was at his shop. I stopped by to give him a T-shirt or something, and he talked to me for a while. That was like the first time I ever had it, and I want to say I have some in the fridge right now, but yeah, there's something about it. It caught me off guard, like drinking it from a can. Like that was kind of weird for me at first. But that carbon, the black can, golly, there's just something good about it.
So good.
Dude, you know what? It's even more off, like it catches you off guard when you drink the white can because it's just water.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you take a sip out of the white can and you're like, what?
Yeah, like, and another thing, it's kind of cool though. It's like, you can do that, and it kind of looks like you're drinking. So if you're at a bar or something like that, nobody's going to be giving you crap for not drinking because it looks like you're actually drinking a beer just with a crazy logo, which is super cool for me because I don't drink anymore. And luckily I don't really. I've never had a problem with anybody giving me a hard time about it. But if they ever did, you got a liquid death can, you wouldn't ever notice that it's not
right. Well, and I said that to someone about it. I was like, well, if you're like trying to cut back, if you're trying to do it, you can.
It blends right in.
It blends right in. Honestly, I thought it was beer for the longest time. Anytime I'd see it on a shelf, someone was like, why do you need to feel like you're drinking a beer all the time? And I was like, well, I mean, that's not what I said. Like that's how you took.
No. Yeah. See, that's what we were just talking about. People are like, you say one thing, and then people are like, oh shoot, like I don't believe that, sir. I don't believe that.
You hurt my feelings. I also feel like Liquid Death could just be the title of a song.
It could be. It'd be like a Cole Hardy song. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh yeah. Hey Hardy, if you need any ideas, we're here.
Yeah, that or like a Creed song,
Oh,
or
yeah.
even not Santa Monica.
When I drink the liquid.
Who sings Santa Monica? What am I thinking of?
I don't know, but I just had this random thought about what if that, like, I don't practice Santeria, but I got no crystal ball.
Sublime.
Yeah. Yeah. Now that right there, imagine that, like, sometimes I crack a cold one, and it's a little bit of liquid death, but it's gonna get the best of me. And that's so cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Hey, we just wrote a commercial for Liquid Death.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
Well, my other one
I'm
was
getting-
like because it's like it's that easy can to drink in the bar, you know, and you can blend in, and it's like, well, it's like if someone gives you a hard time, hey, fuck that person. But then I was like, Liquid Death, and then you punch them in the face with the can.
No, that's a good commercial. I think that I'm going to start getting into writing jingles. I think that's going to be my next move. I'm going to start writing some jingles. So if you hear a Liquid Death jingle, it's coming from me.
Well, you're gonna need a jingle for Kiser's concoctions.
That's it. Ba-de-ba-ba-ba. That's McDonald's.
Wow, you're so creative.
Yo, dude, that's gonna catch on. Trust me.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, like totally steal that jingle. Have to pay that guy wherever he's at like $1 million a play. Oof.
Yeah, he's raking it in right now.
That's true. That's true. All right, Mr. Joshua, it was great talking to you. It was great catching up with
Yes.
you. If you're in the city, hit us up, and we will vice versa
You got
as
it.
well. And we cannot wait for your EP on the 8th of April.
Yes, it's gonna be sick. And thank y'all for having me. It's been too long.
Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome on anytime, dude. Literally, just hit us up.
Yeah.
You're welcome on anytime.
Yeah.
Whenever you want.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go for it. I'm in.
All right, buddy. Good talking to you. Take care.
All right, y'all. Peace. Thank y'all.
By the